Okay, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another Drop Podcast episode. Today is a good day. That's all I have to say. I got up early. I was going to record, but I ended up not recording. Reason being, straight up, I was tired. So, because I had to do something this morning. And I just gotta say, I woke up, I set my alarm for 5, and 5 came along, and I did not get up. Yeah, I don't know. Probably should have. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty tired. I actually have to go back to work again, because if I have to work my second job. So this episode might run just a little bit short, but we're still gonna have a good time. So I don't know. I changed up my setup again. I'm really trying to make this audio as quality as I possibly can without spending too much, going into too much debt or anything. Or not debt, but just like spending. Yeah, so I don't know. Dude, I just found out about this place. It's called Man Meats, and they had this burger, which is delicious. First off, burger was incredible, but on top of the burger, they put what is it called? Pulled pork on top of the burger. That is the best burger topping I think I've ever had in my life. It was incredible. You wouldn't think they would ever sell stuff like this. They did. It was so good. So good. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much what I did today. I was also doing some electricity work. Learned a little bit about that. Like, I know, like, if you do, I don't know, like, wiring is kind of interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even feel like I'm qualified to. Basically, like, you have one wire that has power running through it. And then you have, I guess, like a ground wire, which is like your green wire, which is in case anything goes bad. You have like that ground wire that'll, I don't know, like trip the breaker, I guess. Not exactly too sure what it does, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I mean, it was cool stuff. It was a good experience. I also met this really interesting guy. So there's this guy. I'm not gonna say his name just to, keep things disclosed. But I mean, he's a pastor, and he's doing this project that's basically like he's building a community center. I mean, not like a community center, but he's building this place inside the church. Like, even around the place, there's activities for people in the local community, and it's not a good community. You know what I mean? So it's really neat. It's refreshing, honestly, to see someone, that's for the community, building the community. So I was talking with someone earlier today, actually about him, and basically we were just talking like it's good to see that, you know, there's someone out there who like your politicians, they don't like they don't put their money where their mouth is. You know what I mean? They just talk about what needs to be changed and, I don't know, gather people around them to get them reelected. You know what I mean? But just going back to what another point on that. So this guy also bought these buildings that the government was trying to use. And he turned it into this house where single mothers can live, and single mothers can get some type of care for their children. And he wants to provide some kind of housing, but he's sort of having a difficulty because, one, like his big issue was like, okay, I'm trying to get these people back on their feet, but, you know, they get on their feet, how do I keep them going? You know what I mean? Not just staying, keep pushing them forward and succeeding. But I don't know, I mean, he's just doing so much. We were talking about, like, and this goes to show, like, I forgot his name. Adam Smith. He talks about, like, no one's gonna take better care of your stuff than you are, right? And it's true. Like, everything that he's doing, I guess he's receiving funding from, like, the government, but, you know what I mean? It's his own thing, which actually might be, now I'm thinking about it, I wonder if that's how a lot of things are. Like, cause I mean, he's not like a bureaucracy though. That's, and I know the government has a lot of bureaucracies, and I guess like bureaucracies are to focus on government issues. But I don't know. I think, and I'm saying this as an American. You know what I mean? So I have no idea about any other country, but I feel like it'd be a good thing to revisit, like, exactly what we want our government to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, what exactly is the president's job? What exactly is the job of Congress? You know what I mean? And then what is our role, you know, as people, or as citizens? I think it'd be a good thing to revisit. Yeah, man, just like seeing this guy, just cause now I know he's a Baptist pastor, and he's a cool guy. Like, he was, I this is the first time I ever met him today. But you know what I mean? He's more about, like, he doesn't talk. He didn't seem like he's more like he does. You know what I mean? That was really cool. He does rather than talks. Like he'll, I don't know. He didn't not talk about it. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't really ask him. You know what I mean? We also had just met, so I get that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I'm just really trying to push, just like, I think what's so inspiring is it's not cheap. You know what I mean? It's not cheap to be doing what he's doing. And I don't know like what the benefits of building all these things are, but I don't know. Either way, good is good, isn't it? Whatever the intent, a good thing is a good thing. Good action is good. Yeah, it was awesome, and I want to get him. The whole time I was talking to him, I was like, oh man, I have to get this guy to come onto my podcast. I have to. for How About You. I think he would probably be one of the best people I could think of. It was pretty cool. Man, I really hope the audio. I was working on, like, I looked up how do you better the audio, because I think like my big issue is I don't like the background noise, the you know, and I feel like it's just a bit strong. So it's something I've been trying to fix, and I saw a few ideas. I feel like the one that made the most sense for me, at least right now, was to build like a what is it called? Like a sound absorber thing around your microphone. I didn't have that, and I mean they're pretty expensive, and I'm also trying to save up. But I made this like little homemade thing. Like I have my jacket spread out. You can actually see it if you go onto my Instagram, or if you follow me on Instagram. I posted a picture of my setup that you can look at. It's kind of cool, but yeah. And if you don't know my Instagram, it's Joshua T Bryan 64, and it has like my channel face on it, like where it looks like I drew it. I didn't draw that, by the way. That was all things. It was a picture I took, and I just edited it on. I edited it on. What is that app? On Photoshop. I just did some Photoshop stuff to it. And that's why it looks like that. But yeah, I don't know. I did some stuff. Honestly, even if I tried to explain what I did to it, I couldn't, because I watched a video. That's what I did. I watched a video and I did exactly what it told me to do, and still it didn't end up looking like how they did it. But I actually liked how it turned out. Man, I'm tired. I had to work my other job. I don't know if you guys know, but I work at a warehouse. This like my first job, my first main job. Oh, it's not the first job I've ever had, but that's like what I think, like I would say is like my main job. But actually my what am I saying? I've had this other job longer. It was actually my very first job, which was being a dishwasher for what is it called? For a wedding venue. But now I'm a dishwasher still there. I think I've been there for like, this might be my third year. I'm not really sure. So I think I got the job my junior year. So yeah, this would be my third year. Once this year is over, it would be my third. Yeah, so I've been here a minute. Still liking it, still doing good. And I think I'm gonna stay here just to collect, cause it's a nice little extra pocket change. You know what I mean? Covers gas. You know. And I'm just trying to get as much as I possibly can, as fast as I possibly can. That's the objective at this moment. So I'm just trying to collect as many hours. Man, I'm sleepy as hell. So I took my girlfriend out to get ice cream last night. I said yesterday. And so we get ice cream, and this old guy comes up, and I'm a nice guy, so like I'm always like I'll talk to anybody, but he was I think he said he had this condition like nerve damage or something, which I think was true. I think that's true. But he also said he had what was it? He had nerve damage and something wrong with his brain, he said. Which, like I said, I think is true. But anyway, he walks up and well, first off, he goes, he was like, hey, and then he starts going on the story. He's like, I'm a vet. He's like, I'm a vet. I fought in the war in 19 blah blah blah. I was in Kuwait. I was one of like the first people there. And then out of nowhere, it was like, I just got this job. Da 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 da. And then goes back to war. He's like, so in war, I was I was shot in the head, and so he leans over and he shows us this mark. Did not look like a bullet mark, so I don't know. I try to take people's word for it. So whatever it was, it was something was there. He had a little mark on his head, and he did seem to have like genuine like some type of nerve damage or something. Like he would move his body all weird and had trouble. He had trouble talking. He would stumble over his words. But anyway, he goes, da 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 da. I'm a vet. Da 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 da. Fought in the war. Da da da. Just got this job. Da 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 da. Just going on and on about this story. And it was interesting, but I knew what he wanted. You know what I mean? What he really was coming for. And then finally, he pulls out money from his pocket. First off, he pulls out money, and then goes, would you or your wife, first off, not my wife, my girlfriend, no, I'm just kidding, but anyway, would you or your wife, would you be willing to, spare $12 so I could catch a bus, tomorrow or whatever? No, I was being genuine. I don't carry cash on me, but it's for that reason that I don't carry cash on me, because I don't like people asking. Like if I'm gonna give someone money, I'm gonna give them because I chose to give them money. You know what I mean? I don't need any help figuring out how I'm gonna put my money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then finally he just goes like, I don't know. I just think it's funny that, they tell a whole story. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Even if it is, they still tell their whole life story before they actually just ask for what they want. Like, if you just asked me for what you wanted, just because of how rare it is, I might appreciate it so much that I will give you money. If I have it, which I probably don't. But, I don't know. But anyway, so this episode is really short, I know. But, I gotta cut it here, so, if you guys enjoyed this really short episode, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Joshua T. Bryan 64, and go check out my website, joshuatbryan.com, where you can find a whole bunch of other information. And with that all being said, I hope you enjoyed this super quick episode, and I'm going to see you next time. Thank you.